Hey Tractor Chasers, in today's video we are out in the field with the Stefen Hay Company in western New York where they are working on wheat harvest with their Cat Lexion combine. This was a really impressive operation to see. They are running the Cat combine. They've also got two Case tractors pulling big balers, baling up the straw behind them, and they've got a New Holland 8970 tractor driving around picking up the square bales. They've also got their QuadTrac tractor running a Kinze grain cart. So there's something for everyone in this video. And I had a great conversation with Tyler Stefen, which you'll find throughout this video all the way through to the end. So let's go out to the field and watch all this awesome harvesting and baling action. Guys, we are up in the Cat with Tyler Stefen, and we are in the Cat 585, and we are getting some wheat harvested. How's it going so far, Tyler?
Good. We're on our last little last push of wheat. We'll be finished up today, and everything's been good. The wheat's doing pretty good out here. Getting a little late, but nothing to complain about yet.
And this is a pretty big field for New York. How big is it?
Yeah, this is a 150-acre field. It's the biggest one we have. So it's a little. I don't even know of any other fields in Erie County that are 150 acres. But
that's perfect for this with the 40-foot grain head on it, and
yeah, it makes combining definitely a little more enjoyable when you can just be in one big field, big head.
Yeah. So how did you guys decide to go with the Cat combine?
So for us, it was just kind of we needed something pretty big for the acres we were covering, and price-wise, I would say the Lexion was definitely had the price tag we were looking for compared to your other brands and stuff, and for the size of being a Class 8 combine, we really couldn't go wrong, but at the same time we didn't have really a choice. We needed to go with at least a Class 8 to keep up with what we were already doing at that point.
Yeah. Where did this come out of?
So this came out of Canada.
Oh yeah?
I can't think of the town, but we bought it from a dealership in Canada. It sat on the lot for a year or two, and I just happened to be bored one day looking on Tractor House and found it, and we went and picked it up.
Yeah. Well, that's an expensive look through Tractor House.
Yeah. They all are, or at some point they will be.
So how the track system must work pretty well in western New York conditions?
Yeah, so in western New York, every fall gets wet at some point. And so I really like the track system on it, because when Claus came out with these tracks, no other brands actually had like tracks that came from factory designed on the combine. And Claus, I think, in my opinion, did a really good job with these tracks. I've never had an issue. I've never even had to touch the tracks one time on it, and they float. They float really good for us, especially when it gets muddy out.
And I really like you got the Kinze grain cart with the tracks, and
yeah, so that's a Kinze 840. It's like from the 1990s. It's got the full Digistar scale system on it, and it's done us very well. We run a lot of grain through it, so.
straw is going to get baled up, and then you guys also have a hay business too, right?
Yeah, so pretty soon here the balers will be rolling, and we'll put it in big 3x4 square bales, and then it might get sold in big bales. If not, we have a hay processor that will take the big bales and actually process them into small bales, and we will sell them just for retail, or a lot of them go for like landscapers and stuff, that are covering up ground they opened up and that kind of thing. So.
And you run two big balers to keep up?
Yeah, so we have two. They're 434 case balers. One's behind a 380, one's behind a 335. So, and then we also have a bale stacker that we run on the back of an 8970 Ford that kind of runs around and picks up all the bales behind the balers, so you don't need to run around with the loader. It's quite a bit faster, and when we do have wet years, you can actually bring all the bales to the road pretty quickly.
you were saying that you're at this point you're kind of starting to slow down in the summer with wheat harvest almost wrapping up here, but
Yeah, so basically from, planting season, we'll go right from that. We'll basically be cutting hay down as we're still planting the last couple of days. Go right from planting into doing first cutting. Straight from first cutting, we'll go into, we build bale straw like 80, 90 miles away from home behind 4 or 5 combines up there. And, then I'll stay back and I'll start combining our own wheat. And then we kind of, where we are at right now is all of the balers and stuff are home. And this is just finishing up wheat. So it's basically non-stop from springtime until now. We'll slow down a little bit, but we'll always end up getting into other adventures between now and then.
Yeah, there's always some maintenance to do on the equipment, and
so basically from now until when we start picking grapes or harvesting soybeans, obviously we'll go through all the equipment again. We'll put some of the equipment away. We have basically 2 of everything in our hay equipment lineup. We'll basically put half of it away since the baling's kind of slowing down, and we'll actually do some tile plowing and stuff on fields we took weed off. We'll put in some new hay seedings while it's a little slower before we get crazy busy on harvest.
So you were telling me that this is what generation is the farm?
So really, this would be fourth generation. Well, I would technically be the fourth generation. So my great grandfather had the farm, milked 80 cows. Same with my grandfather, and then in '99, my grandfather sold the cows off, and my father at the time was actually a school teacher, and he wanted to, stay in it with the farm. He didn't want to sell it off, so he taught school and bought a big square baler and baled hay in the summer times when he had off, and basically my father kind of built the farm up to what it is today. Now we do corn, soybeans, wheat, oats, hay, and then we have some grapes. So, I mean, a majority of the growth was my father, basically. And so now all my brothers, the whole family is all on the farm now, so we all kind of work together and do a little bit of everything.
What do you think some of the keys have been to being able to grow the farm and get everyone involved?
So I would have to say probably my father's a very aggressive person and very meticulous too, and he kind of instilled it in us, and he really, just kind of, I put it this way, he was a teacher at school, but he was a good teacher to us. He basically showed us everything we know now, and basically, to keep sizing up, you just gotta put your head down and work really hard. So we all the employees and the whole family and everything, we all work some pretty wild hours, no different than any other farmer, but just stick at it, basically non-stop. So.
Yeah. hope you love being out in the field with the Stefen Hay Company working on wheat harvest in western New York. If you love seeing tractors like this at work, please take a minute to subscribe to the Tractor Chasers channel so you don't miss any videos. Thanks for watching.